Hey, welcome back to another episode of Marketing Matters. I'm Erin Sanchez.
And I'm Yolanda of Why Social Marketing.
And you can find us here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific. You haven't seen us in a while because we took time off for the holidays, but we're back. We're excited to be back. So today, Yolanda, we're going to talk about consistency and patience and all this good stuff to get your 2020 started right. So where do you want to start with it?
Yeah, I think January is a tough month for most people. I think most people think that they should be consistent because it's good for marketing, should be out there sharing their stuff. And there's a lot of truth in that. It's very effective to stay consistent, to keep showing up and sharing your stuff. And I highly recommend people do that. If you can automate your posts, do that for January. But January is very much a time of like going, you know what I mean, just sitting back, paying more attention. It's a month of listening. And it's also a month that most of us are quieter. It's not so busy. So if you are one of these people who are not too busy right now and things are quiet, use this time. It's an opportunity to listen to your audience, to your ideal clients. What are they talking about? What are their concerns? For example, wellness coaches and money coaches right now, they all know what people are thinking about at this time of the year, right? Yeah. Money coach, you know that people are thinking about budgeting and saving. Like, how can they come up with more money, or how can they budget more effectively? And if you're a wellness coach or a personal fitness person or whatever, then you know that people are worried about, you know,
2020 their New Year's resolution.
2020 goals, losing some pounds, looking better. So some beauty tips, health tips, they're all effective in January. So if you are in those particular fields, then you know what you can share at this time of the year. And you probably have that already. You probably have evergreen content on this that you can share. If you don't, now's a great time to create that kind of content.
Yeah.
So before I carry on, Erin, do you want to say anything else? Because I can just go on here about this.
Yeah, no. I will say, I think you're totally right about listening to your audience during January. It's kind of what I've been doing, but also the introspection piece too. Like some people do their goal setting in December, but they're thinking about what kind of numbers they want to hit in 2020, what kind of whatever, like that kind of goal setting. But then, and I did some of that, but now I'm in January and I'm thinking, okay, now we're in it, but how do I want to be showing up in a different way? Like how do I want to be seen? Like what we were talking about. So I'll hand it back over to you, but I just wanted to add that, like listening to yourself too, like what do I feel, like what am I feeling right now about that?
That, like you said, this introspection bit is so important, and I do prefer doing it in January. I have been busier this month than busier than I expected to be, and busier than I actually wanted to be. Not that I'm not grateful for the work, but it's like I love January for the whole introspection, like sitting with my thoughts, with my vision, with my goals, and just kind of meditating on them or letting them marinate for a bit.
Yeah.
I find people rush into this whole goal setting thing in January because it becomes this whole resolution thing. It's not good in business. In business, you really need to be more attentive, more self-aware about what you can deliver on, what you can do, and also what it is that you want to do.
Yes, that's been huge.
What is your passion? Because we were speaking before the show, things changed. You might find that you're not as passionate about some aspect or some part of your business as you were before. So maybe it's time to drop that, whatever it is. Maybe you have to drop a particular course or a particular offering, or whatever that doesn't fill you up with joy anymore. Let it go. So use January as this time to reflect on that and to let things go. But also January is a good time, as we said, to listen, and then also to give yourself permission to be seen, and to be seen for who you are. And this is kind of like mindset work. Again, you need to have that time to just reflect on this. What is stopping you from being seen? What do you feel you need to control? What are you trying to edit? You know what I mean? Like, why are you stopping yourself from showing up on video live or otherwise. Do you think you have to look a certain way? Do you think you have to sound a certain way? I know that it was an obstacle for me because I don't sound like everyone else in North America.
I love how you sound. I'm like,
I don't have the accent. So I remember it was a concern. It was a worry because I did get feedback. People were saying, I struggle to understand your accent. And that kind of like stopped me for a while. Yeah. Not permanently, obviously, but it stopped me for a while. So it's a good time to like reflect on what is holding you back. What is still stopping you from being seen, from showing up?
Yeah. And I want to make the distinction, and it's so funny because we were talking about this before we started recording, is that you brought this up and I was like, that's what I just posted about on Instagram. And I want to make the distinction too for people who think that showing up means they're posting, it's that consistency thing. Like, okay, you're posting every day, you're showing up, you're putting stuff out there, but that doesn't mean you're being seen. That means you're trying to get your account visible. You're trying to get in front of people. You're trying to get followers. But if you're posting other people's quotes, if you're posting other people's content or something that's really watered down or filtered, like you were saying, like you're not completely showing up as you, people aren't seeing you. And so that's when it's really important to show who you are, what you care about. And I know you have some things on a list there to talk about, but it's like, what do you care about? Where have you been? Where do you want to go? What are those stories that you want to share?
Yeah, so, I just wrote like, because that is that's an important distinction there. Thanks for saying it out. It was on your Instagram, right? Yeah. The importance of being visible, you being visible as yourself and sharing your truth, your opinions, your viewpoints. And what I wrote here was, we all long to be recognized. We all long to be seen and recognized. So we must allow ourselves to be seen. Mm-hmm. And social media gives us this opportunity to show up and share our values, little known facts about ourselves, to share our gifts. And I even wrote here, can you risk being seen as you are without the need for the control or the editing, like I mentioned earlier? Can you risk it?
Yeah.
And hopefully the answer is yes. What's stopping you?
Yeah. I like to ask the question because I went through this with video, with live video especially, which don't even get me started. I still go into more of a panic with live than with recorded. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But, for me, I asked the question. I know this has helped some other people I've talked to. I literally just go through this cycle of what's the worst that could happen? Okay, then you answer it for yourself. Oh, the worst that could happen is I stumble over my words. I don't remember what I was going to say. Okay, and then what? Yeah. And then what? And then at the end of it, it's really not that bad. You feel a little embarrassed, you move on.
Yeah. And you must also remember, people forget.
Yes.
People have their own lives to live. They're not going to remember your little mishap or your little awkward moment. They're going to forget. As soon as it's done, it's done. It's over. People have lives to live. They don't remember. This is what keeps us stuck, is you keep thinking people are going to remember our big fail. They're going to remember how we did this or said that. They don't.
No.
They don't remember. They don't have time to remember that. They have other things to do, other things to focus on. And it's okay to be awkward. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay to be imperfect. I mean, I hate that whole word, perfect and imperfect. It's okay to just be you. Mm-hmm. Because our fears aren't like, we're not the only ones who have these fears. Everyone has these fears. It's like a collective thing.
Yeah. And I'd actually say it's preferable to your audience for you to show up imperfectly. And I'm going to tell you a quick story why, or an anecdote or whatever, right? I was posting videos for a video challenge on LinkedIn sometime last year during the fall. And I was making them really nice and polished and everything. And there's absolutely a place to make your content and your website and everything look polished. But I was doing this series and it was like, yeah, I got some engagement. It was great, whatever. And then I posted in December or earlier this month, I don't remember, a video that was selfie style, raw. I was not all done up, whatever. I didn't put captions around my video. And that thing got a ton of views, a ton of traction, and people just loving on the video.
Yeah.
Because I was showing up unfiltered, because I was showing them the real me, not edited, like literally not edited. So
Yeah.
yeah.
People love that because it's authentic, it's true, it's real.
Yeah.
And we need more of that. We need more realness. We need more people that we can feel like we have a true connection with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah. So this is my message for January is don't feel pressured to have this goal list or this perfect strategy for your marketing or for your business done yet. There's still time. I never rush into the new year. I mean, I'm always amazed by people who tell me that they have strategies and plans all drawn up at the end, like end or in the middle of December the previous year. I think, wow. I would rather, and I do this with my clients, I encourage them to just listen. What's the new thing in the, it's a new year and a new decade. What's the new thing? What are people talking about? What's the trend? What's the vibe? What's out there? And there's such a difference already, I'm sure you picked up, between 2019 and 2020 that, things have shifted.
That's such a good point for the fact that, and I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, December 25th, whatever. But I think, especially with social media and so many people being connected around the world, there's so many people are taking time off around that time that you may come back in the new year going, I had all this time where I was stepping away from what I was doing to think about and feel what I'm not energized about anymore. So all of the planning you did may change. And also everybody else is coming into the new year with a different energy after their time off.
Exactly.
You have to be able to tap into that.
Exactly. I mean, I know it sounds woo-woo, but the energy changes. People are talking about other things, new things. I'm sure everyone's aware of that. Everything's changed in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Topics that are trending now would, and I'm not saying because it's new stuff. I mean, for example, The Witcher isn't new. The Witcher came out in December, but it's trending still. Yes. It's big.
Yeah.
And if you can somehow incorporate it into your marketing plan, like The Witcher, you can bring it in and make these, I don't know, cute memes or something relevant. Like I've seen so many people do this.
Me too.
Then do it. But be aware of what's changed and how you can tap into that zeitgeist or the vibe.
Yeah.
And that takes time and it takes listening. Like you say, step back, pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't focus on what you thought were your goals in 2019 for 2020.
Yeah.
Things have changed.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah. I love that. This is always
we
could go on and on about this. We do. People don't know we talked for 90 minutes before we started.
No, if only they knew.
They do now.
So Erin, what do you do in January? You do the same, right? You step back.
I do the same. And this January, I've had, one of the things, this is not what I usually do, but one of the things that I've been doing by chance is connecting with so many new people and hearing their stories and hearing their input or understanding because the way we perceive ourselves isn't the way that other people perceive us. It's that idea of our brand identity is like lives in the mind of others. We can't force how they perceive our brand or how they perceive us. So one of the things I've been doing is it's a form of listening, I guess, exactly like you said, through these conversations with other people. What are they picking up on about me? What are they asking me? What are they asking about from me? And so that's how I've been spending my January.
Yeah, and I think what you're also highlighting there is that when you allow yourself to mingle and like mix out there and meet more people, is you have to actually surrender control.
Yeah.
Because when you surrender control, you invite or allow people to share how they see you, which is so important in business. You have to get feedback. How do people see you? How do they perceive you in your business? And in order for you to be open to that, you have to surrender control.
Yeah.
You can't think you're going to control your image and how people perceive you. That's out of your hands.
Yeah.
You can't control that. Yeah.
Exactly. And I see a lot of people that try to do that. I'm not
Oh,
going to call anybody out. I mean,
don't get me started.
yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
mistake because people see through it. This is why the authenticity piece, which I know everybody talks about authenticity, I know it's a buzzword, but this is why it's so important, because in order for people to not just truly see you, or for them to be attracted to you, you have to be. Because when I see people who are putting on a facade or filtering, it feels uncomfortable to watch and to be engaging with. So why, like, I don't pursue a further relationship with them, you know? So yeah, super important.
Very
So important things. I love our we have so many topics to cover this year, which the good news is we have, well, I don't want to do the math, but almost 50 weeks of topics left. We missed a couple, but
we have a lot of great stuff coming up this year. So stay tuned and please subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe, like this video, share if you think somebody could use this message. Down below, we're also linking to our freebie, which we were promoting last year, and we're going to continue promoting because it's so good. I think it's been a while since I've looked, but I think it's 15 proven ways to grow your email list. So much good information in there. So if growing your email list is one of your 2020 goals, which it should be, most likely, then grab that freebie, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.